The Prophet Muhammad, may God's peace and blessings be upon him, he's born about the year 570, okay, in the Arabian Peninsula. Now, interestingly, at this time in history, there had not been a prophet or messenger sent to mankind since the time of Jesus, peace be upon him. But the Jewish people who had been all over the world at this time after the destruction of the Second Temple were waiting for a final messenger to come to them. So that final messenger, they were understood from their scriptures, was going to come out of the Arabian Peninsula. Okay? So in a city north of where the Prophet Muhammad was born, called Medina, they were awaiting him. Now, Prophet Muhammad was born in a place called Mecca. Mecca is an interesting place. It has this building right here inside of it called the Kaaba. The Kaaba was actually built by Abraham, peace be upon him, and his son Ishmael. It was the first house on earth ever built to worship the Creator. Okay? And that particular house has stood until this day. It has been rebuilt several times because, as any house, it does need some remodeling occasionally, and it has been attacked once or twice. But the point being is that it's still a house of pilgrimage for monotheistic people throughout the world. Now, when he was born into this society, this was a polytheistic society. Now, we all know from the Judeo-Christian tradition that the God of Abraham is one. No doubt about it. And so certainly he taught the people when he built this house that God is one and there's nothing like him. Okay, but by the time several thousand years had passed, what had occurred amongst the Arab people is that they began to feel as though they could not be close to God, okay, without going through what we would call intercessors. Okay, people who were more holy than thou. You know, righteous people who had passed, angels, spirits, whatever, it didn't matter. Just someone who could take your prayers to God for you. They knew that there was one God, but they believed in what is called idol worship. The idol would get them closer to God. So by the time the Prophet is born into this society, there's 360 of these inside the Kaaba, which was originally built for the one true God, who should never have an image made of him, be it in the heavens or in the earth or in the sea. So Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, he's born and almost immediately becomes an orphan. And by the age of 6, both of his parents have passed away, and his family begins to take care of him. Now, what we know about him prior to the age of 40 is that generally in his society he was considered a very trustworthy person. In fact, he was given the name Al-Amin, the trustworthy. In fact, the Quraysh used to leave their property with him almost like he was a bank. You know, they knew that he would take care of it. So around the age of 25, he attracted the attention of a wealthy, widowed businesswoman named Khadija. Hey, good name. Now, Khadija, she was kind of an anomaly in her society. She was a business owner, kind of independent, but very wealthy and very attractive. And so many men wanted to marry her. But she asked Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, to take a caravan of her merchandise to Syria to be sold. And when he did so, not only did he bring back more money than she'd ever seen, that she knew this man had been incredibly honest with her. So what happens next is that Khadija offers her hand to the Prophet. Now, this may come as a shock to many people, but Prophet Muhammad's first wife is his boss. So, at this point, they have several children together, and the Prophet Muhammad, becoming disillusioned with his society, not being someone who ever worshipped idols, began to leave society around his late 30s and go into a cave, which you see here in this picture here. Now, he used to go out there basically just to meditate and pray to the Creator of the universe, right, to get away from his idolatrous society.